So I was drawing a bit of a cover, I guess, for this other story that I made called The Janitor. And that story is about this guy who was a really bad prankster. Like, he would do stuff that only he was laughing and everyone else just suffered around him. Basically YouTube nowadays. But yeah, and so the demon gods decided that he needs to learn his lesson for eternity, I suppose, because once he took it too far. And so he has to live the rest of his life as a demon janitor who cleans up after people's mess. When people get into like misunderstandings or fights, then he has to fix it, although obviously people can't see him. So it's a hard job, 24/7 kind of job, and he hates people because of it. And then basically in the story there's this one guy who keeps getting into a mess, I suppose, and the demon dude, he like yells at this guy because he's like completely had enough of having to clean up after him. And then it turns out that the dude can see him, and it's weird, and then it kind of goes from there. Yeah. Anyways, so to the actual drawing. I struggled so much with this drawing. I wanted to give up so many times. I didn't really have a clear idea of what I even wanted to draw, so I think that's why I had so much trouble with the composition and stuff. The beginning of this video is not even the actual beginning. Like, I had a few more tries and it was just terrible stuff. And so I decided to start with tiny stickmen. Sometimes you get really caught up in all the details and everything that you don't see the bigger picture. When I draw things in kind of stick figure, like thumbnails I guess, it helps me see the bigger picture, make sure everything looks okay before I go into the detail. Did that, made it bigger, traced over it. It still looked a bit wrong. So this other thing I sometimes do is check with the silhouettes. Sometimes because there's so many lines you don't know what's going on anymore. And so I basically draw out the silhouettes of my peoples, and then I could check if the anatomy is kind of okay. It's still not perfect, but you know, it's better than it was before at least. I went from there to do the line art and everything. I considered like not posting this because I'm not uploading this. This is not Instagram. Not uploading this because I wasn't happy with how it turned out initially. This drawing actually took me 2 days. No, it was in 2 full days. It took me like maybe about 2 hours maybe, but over 2 days because I got so frustrated the first day. I thought, you know what, every time that I watch speed paints and stuff on YouTube, like I always feel, as much as I love them, I kind of feel bad like about myself because I'm like, wow, I wish I like finished things like they do. I wish I could like make good things every time, but I know they don't. Like logically I know they probably have 100 like paintings that they just never show. But yeah, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna post it, upload it, I keep saying post, and it will be fine. It's not my best work, but honestly my last 2 videos, they weren't my best work either, but I feel like this channel is kind of a way for me to get over this like perfectionism, because I know perfectionism kind of gets glorified sometimes. Like, it's not that great, like especially when it comes to like art. It's great because you can always like keep improving, but at the same time it means you can't make as much work as you want to make, and you can't enjoy it as much as you should. And so I'm trying to really get over that, like both on Instagram and on YouTube now as well. I'm just trying to post/upload things that I'm not 100% satisfied with, but it's okay, because at least I'm making something, right? This channel is also a way for me to like keep myself accountable, like making my comic and stuff, because I always used to make stories and stuff, but I don't tell anyone about them. And so I keep it to myself, meaning I never finish it because I have no reason to. But now that so many people know about it, it's like, okay, now I actually have to finish it. I really have to keep going. So I guess this channel is kind of a self-improvement kind of thing. So initially when I was about to like edit this and upload it, like if you go to about 4.5 minutes in, like that's how much I had, that's how much footage I had, and I was just gonna upload that. And then I was like, oh, you know what, I can do it a little bit better, let me just shade the faces. And so I shaded the faces, and then I was like, okay, you know what, since I shaded the faces, I might as well do the clothes too. And then it just kind of built from there. I realized that I just needed like something to kind of push me to like finish it. Like I gave up too soon, even though I was pushing through. I pushed through like the whole hour of me drawing it initially, but then when I was almost done, I just thought, okay, but what if I finish it, you know, like I just wanted it done, and it didn't have to be amazing. I knew that it wasn't at a point where I wanted it to be, so I thought, you know what, I might as well try and finish it. And in the end, I know it's not going to turn out how I want it, but at least it's done. And then the more I worked on it, every step of the way, I was like, okay, it's done, okay, it's done, okay, it's done. And I kept adding things. And then by the end, like how it turned out, it's not perfect. Like, I don't know how to draw plants. I didn't even look at any plants when I was drawing this. I just drew like green triangles and hoped for the best. But it actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And it just made me think, all those times I gave up on drawings because it wasn't going how I wanted it to go. And I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I really want to try and finish drawings even if I'm not happy with them, because I learned something from it. Like, from this drawing, it was like really out of my comfort zone. I like to draw just dumb portraits that don't do anything. And this time I was really trying to do a more interesting composition and add other things like those plants that probably don't even look like plants, but at least I tried. And the window and the backlighting and things like that. I usually never do that. So I'm glad that I tried it. And I guess what I want you to take away from this video is to finish your art, even if it sucks, because you're gonna learn something by the end. Even if it just becomes terrible, it doesn't matter, you'll learn something by the end. And it's also a habit you build, because I noticed since I started posting videos, I mean, I only just started recently, but since I started, it's so much easier for me to actually finish drawings, because I don't have a choice when I'm uploading a video. I need it to be finished. I can't just do half a drawing and upload it. Like, I'm not gonna half-ass like that. So yeah, this video was such a mess. I rambled so much, but I always freestyle them and I thought it would be fine. It was a mistake, but I hope something was helpful. I mean, you can always mute the video and just like put on your own music or something if you really hate the sound of me talking about whatever. But yeah, I appreciate anyone who actually listened to all of this. And I appreciate anyone who watched this or liked it or commented. You know what, even if you disliked the video, it's fine. I still get your view, so that's cool. I did want to ask though, if there's anything that you would prefer that I do. So for example, shut up. I'm kidding, I'm gonna keep talking, sorry. But like, if you want me to talk faster or slower, or speed the video up more or less, or if you want me to add in anything like captions and stuff about what I'm doing, or I don't know, anything, or video ideas, or I don't know, tutorials, even though I don't think I'm qualified to do tutorials, but if you want that, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I don't know, just leave suggestions or whatever in the comment section. I would appreciate that, my one viewer. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe or something, share, blah blah. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye.